do you believe that women sometimes do use their sexuality as an advantage?
It's quite hard being a lady, a young woman in this generation, because you're trying to be a baddie, you're trying to play your long nails. At the same time, you're expected to cook for your brothers. Okay, so
And especially as university students, we date older men for the purpose of money.
yes,
Because students face a lot of
Facts.
financial constraints.
true.
So we might date the men, the older men, as sugar daddies just for the sake of money.
Instances, women are maturing faster than men, and I feel like that's also affecting the society because now there's that thing, age gap difference.
Oh, yeah.
So when does it go from age gap to sugar daddies? Because I understand that there should be a difference between the age group, between a man and a woman, in as much as marriage is concerned and relationships are concerned. But when does the age gap get too big? You say, okay, this one is a sugar daddy, this one is a boyfriend. Because now it's much sometimes. They say, girl, your age, she's going out with a big boy. No offense, but that's what's let's talk about navigating life as a young woman in today's culture and society. So there are things that a young lady is expected to do based off of the Zambian culture. You cannot run away from the fact that don't say nemo tina kulira no wakazi at this age this never mfunika kuchita mfunika kuza kupika nsima because you can't tell me all the 20 years so kupika nsima you won't get married. That's minus lower price. Hello everyone, welcome to the Z Youth podcast underneath the Z Youth Talk, which is basically an educative and yet also entertaining platform. So I've got two very powerful guests. As you can see, female power, Faweza, is working with us in the studio. Maybe I'll let them introduce themselves and they should give their own background. So I'll start with my good friend.
My name is Elena. A student at the University of Zambia doing biomedical sciences, and I hope this discussion is more interactive.
Hi everyone, my name is Dorcas. I'm also a University of Zambia student under the program pharmacy, and I'm just looking forward that this discussion will help a lot of young ladies out there so that they know what to do.
All right. So she mentioned the fact that we'll be talking about young ladies in today's society. So we're basically going to be talking about how to navigate life as a young woman in society because there is a lot going on being a young woman. First of all, I think some time back we had the stop defilement trend going on in Zambia where a lot of young girls were being defiled. And one thing that people do not understand is the difference between defilement and rape. So basically, if she's above 18 and you force her, you have unlawful carnal knowledge of her, that's rape. But then defilement is actually having, unlawful carnal knowledge with a minor. So that's where the distinction starts. So one thing that is spoken about a lot in today's society is the fact that men do not really, this is a common trend that I have seen personally, is the fact that men do not, they just can't wake up and say, no, I'm going to rape this person. There must be some form of enticement. So, and this enticement is from the way that ladies in today's society, a generation act, they're flirtatious, no, come see me. Those general vibes. Yeah. So now let's find a distinction. Yeah. First, let's start with dress code. So do you believe that dress code has got something to do with the fact that there are high levels of rape? Does a girl looking a certain way mean that she is prone to being raped? Or maybe it's just the guys who've got a problem?
Honestly, I feel like it's not really the dress code.
Okay.
Because how do you explain the 1-year-olds being raped? I recently read, I think years back, there was this news about a 1-day-old baby being raped by its own father. So would you say that baby enticed its father? Like how? You see?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's really the dress code because how do you explain these little girls being raped?
Okay.
But it can add a little bit, but we can't entirely blame it on the dress code. I think it's the man's mindset. how you perceive, how you're thinking. We can't control how you feel, how you think.
Okay, Douglas, what are you thinking?
Well, on my part, I feel this is a two-way thing.
Okay.
On the younger people, let's say those ones that are below the age of 12, I would blame it on the men.
Okay.
Men have 90% of the blame in that age range. Then for these that go from 13 maybe to 18, I would also put the blame on both. It's a 50-50 thing. Because as a man, imagine you're just minding your own business, you're doing your own things, and then this lady just, by the way she's portraying herself towards you, the kind of dressing, maybe she's in a short dress, she's in a short skirt, obviously the man will get enticed.
Yeah.
So in that age range, I would feel it's a 50-50 thing. I don't think a man would think of defiling a minor who is well dressed, unless maybe they have some kind of features that exactly.
Can I pause you a little bit on that one? How do you explain Muslim ladies, Muslim girls being raped? Because those guys are covered, completely covered, but we still have cases of rape in those sectors as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The most percentage of it is on the man's part, because men really fail to control themselves. In as much as they'll try to like make themselves control their feelings and everything, but sometimes they fail. So on the part for where it's a Muslim, they are fully covered. It's a men's part now, the men's side, their mentality. It's how I don't know how I can put it, but but that in that case it's the men. So defilement cases, I think they are more on the man's part, because in as much as even the dress code can be contributing to these things, if the man is able to control himself,
Yes,
then the defilement won't take place.
exactly.
So most of the percentage is on the man's side.
Okay. Now, let's talk about navigating life as a young woman in today's culture and society. So there are things that a young lady is expected to do based off of the Zambian culture. We cannot run away from the fact that don't say nemwe tinakulira no wakazi at this age this never mfunika kuchita
Absolutely.
mfunika kuza kupika nsima, because you can't tell me uli 20 years so upika nsima, you won't get married. That's minus lower price, guys. Yeah, so the basic etiquettes that culture and modern day collide.
Yes.
There are beliefs that now, no, mamuna sukambale, if you've got brothers, no, why can't he do the chores? Why am Yeah, I'm sure these are arguments that we've noticed the Gen Z have been having
Yes.
with their parents. So let's put a clear distinction. Do you feel culture is, applying to women or young ladies in today's society, or maybe we've completely run away from culture? Because I have seen in a household where a girl child is not cooking, she's not clean, she doesn't know the basic etiquette. Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Or maybe we just let things be?
No, it's actually a bad thing.
Okay.
Yes, in as much as, it's quite hard being a lady, a young woman in this generation, because you're trying to be a baddie, you're trying to play your long nails. At the same time, you're expected to cook for your brothers. Okay, so it's something that's hard, but then we can't run away from the fact that you have to learn basic things like cooking shima. You can't tell me you're 21 and you don't know how to cook shima.
I know a girl.
Yes, so you know a girl. Okay, yeah, they are there, but we shouldn't run away from our culture. In as much as we're trying to embrace this modernization, we should still try to preserve our culture. Let's learn these basic things. If you're required to wear echitenge sometimes. It's not every time that you have to dress up like that.
Looking like a bad.
Looking like a baddie every day.
An October moment. Douglas, your takes.
I think it all has to start from where we're coming from.
Yeah, true.
The blame is on the parents. Some parents want to live the modern life like fully. They don't want to apply the traditional roles that they're supposed to be teaching their children and everything.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me that a mother would allow someone not to be cooking or not to be while they're still young, because it all starts from home. They say charity begins at home. So if the mother is not able to put those values, those roles into these young ladies out there, then definitely even as they grow up, they won't know how to do all these things and they won't know the traditional way of life. Instead, all they will know is just putting nails, slaying around, just going to fancy places, especially those ones who just like take out. No, it's take out every day. How are you going to learn how to cook like that? So it all has to start from where we come from.
Okay, but now let's get to a point where we understand that this is where we are at as a society. There's a lot of I feel there's a lot of peer pressure that exists amongst women than men. I feel women are more emotionally driven to do certain things. So now when you look at the culture of Zambia, modern day Zambians, regardless of if you're an adult watching this, you know that probably when someone is 14 somewhere there in Shwambokucha Apia. I don't know what they use. You get they start, women develop faster sexually, and that's the known fact. Men are usually slow. 14 years in a sense was here and apart my kisses. I didn't know how to kiss, guys. That's how cool you know these things. But you guys, because basically no 12 years, you already know these things. One boy samba, you start looking nice and all those things. Yeah. And all those things have attributed to where we are at as society. Because for nowadays, I was surprised at the story that my friend once told me. Yeah, he was at an event. Yeah, so he looks at this girl. She's looking nice. She's looking. Yeah, she's looking clean. She's looking fresh. So he approaches the girl, gets the number. They start talking. Online. She's showing the vibes. They know that they're interacting. Then one thing that this guy didn't do, he didn't ask for her age.
Oh.
I didn't ask for her age. Then turns out she's a minor. She's a minor. So there are certain instances women are maturing faster than men. And I feel like that's also affecting the society because now there's that thing, age gap difference.
Oh, yeah.
So when does it go from age gap to sugar daddies? Because I understand that there should be a difference between the age group, between a man and a woman, in as much as marriage is concerned and relationships are concerned. But when does the age gap get too big? You say, okay, this one is a sugar daddy, this one is a boyfriend. Because now it's much love sometimes. They say, girl, your age. She's going out with a big boy. No offense, but that's what's going on in today's society. So what are your takes on that issue? Is he a sugar daddy? No, man, I like a guy who's older. I like older men. When does it go from it being relationships to it becoming, a nuisance, a problem?
On that, okay, would say, I think it's just obvious because there are certain people that you just can't date. I mean, there are people that, like, how do you expect to date someone that's your father's age? You get
true.
You in as much as I think it used to happen more in the back in the days because I think my mom is like 5 years younger than my dad.
Okay.
That is okay. I feel like that is okay.
Yeah.
Even 10 years is okay. Is it? Okay. I'll throw it to those. Lucas, what's your take?
On the sugar daddy part, I would say boyfriend girlfriend relationship. I think it should not exceed 10 years because once you exceed 10 years now, that's a very big gap. And by then, imagine you're 20 years and you're dating a guy who's 30 years and he's looking all old and everything.
Like a pot belly.
So exactly, and he has a pot belly. So now that age range is more, that can be a dating relationship, boyfriend girlfriend. But then when it exceeds those ages, imagine you're 20 and you're dating someone who's 40. Okay, what's the connection there? In as much as we want to date older men, but that's just too much. That's now moving from a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship to a sugar daddy relationship. Yeah. So I feel the gap is the issue here. And most of the times, especially as university students, we date older men for the purpose of money.
Yes.
Because students face a lot of financial constraints.
True.
So we might date the men, the older men, as sugar daddies just for the sake of money, but not knowing fully that on the other side we have a normal relationship, a normal boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Okay, so let's talk about one thing that I feel is not spoken about. do you believe that women sometimes do use their sexuality as an advantage?
Yes.
You know you're nice, so you use it to get things. In short,
They do. Have you ever heard of pretty girl benefits?
yeah, pretty girl privilege,
Privileges.
yeah.
That's real. Like you find situations where pretty girls are given opportunities even without deserving them. Like I feel like the society is prioritizing beauty over brains, and it's a fact.
True.
And I feel like we should really change our narrative because we're letting go of people that are actually potential people to work, quality people that are supposed to be there, but then because of their looks, they're not given that opportunity, which is very, very demoralizing when the self-esteem, like the lady's self-esteem, because you feel like, I don't look in this way, I won't be given this opportunity, so you won't even bother trying. Yeah, so I feel like we should really change.
Okay, but now let's say usually on this on the show we usually have a segment, red flag or not. But now I'm just going to pose this question in general. Let's say there is an opportunity. I'm asking you personally, yeah. Let's say there is an opportunity that is presented your way. Do you believe you should use each and every tool to your disposal to get that opportunity, including your beauty? Because now it's a double-edged sword. I believe there's that statement that unless you're the one in that situation. I remember that's mostly common. It's applied even when it comes to things like abortions. You say no, abortion is bad, but wait until it's you. Wait until it's you who's got that responsibility. Yeah, so it's a double-edged sword. So I'm going to ask you, put yourself in a scenario where you're the one, you've got all these tools to your disposal. Would you use them to put yourself in an advantageous position in life? Knowing that, okay, if I do this in a certain way, I'm going to get this opportunity. If I do this in a certain way, where does morality meet chasing the bag? Because it's a double-edged sword, yeah?
True.
Yeah, because there are women out there who say, no, I have to use each and every tool to my disposal. If it's my beauty, I'll use it. If it's my private part, I'll use it. So where do you draw the line?
I feel like you can use both, so long it doesn't require you to use your body, like you have to pay in kind, something like that. No, but so long you can use both. Yeah. What if you're pretty and you have brains? Okay. I mean, that's a plus. You can actually use it. They're just going to say, no, me give this one an opportunity because me, I'm what? No. In as much as we would try to like run away from this, it's a fact. Everyone, when given the opportunity and then you know that you have the necessary things that you can go for it, you go for it. That's a fact.
Douglas.
Everyone's just in the bag.
When it comes to chasing bags.
When it comes to chasing each other.
Yeah. There is no thinking about the disadvantages. So having all the things that could allow you to get what you want. Yeah. Because in as much as we may try to shy away from these things that are happening, you'll find that someone will get the opportunity and you'll be out there, you're stranded. We need finances in life. True. We need finances, we need things, we need necessities. Even the little necessities that we need, it's still money. So chasing the bag is something that you really can't think about the other way. Yes. So if you have the opportunity, get it. If you have the opportunity, get it.
Okay.
So long as there are no diseases involved.
There's no sex involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's dive a bit into the relationship aspect. This is something that we usually talk about on the show. This is something that the youth are very heavy on. There's, because these things these days, just talk about them. You get, guys, relationships are generally what motivates the young generation. 3/4 of the generation are dating. What before getting into a relationship as a young lady, as a woman, what are some of the things that you need to consider before getting into a relationship, and what age is it allowed or age appropriate for a young person, or per se a young woman, to get into a relationship? Because you can't be dating only 12 years, guys. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Because one thing that surprised me in primary school is that I had people my age who are dating. was like, guys,
Mr. Chan.
Mr. Chan, my relationship Chan. And I feel it's somehow attributed to the Western culture because now, you're watching TV. Those guys can date. Those guys can fall in love. Man, my guys, 12 years, who's I love you? No, I love John. What do you mean you love John? Yeah. So what are some of the common issues or, background that one needs to have before entering into a relationship? Factors to consider?
I feel like age is really a factor to consider because it's about, when you're young, you're easily, you're gullible. You can easily be deceived. Like you're not even in that state to make the right decisions for yourself yet. I mean, by the time I was 12, I used to play with dollies. And I actually appreciate that by now because you're 12. And you, like, according to what's happening currently, you find 12-year-olds have already started their periods, they're already in that stage. And then you decide to date.
But what could have fast one nowadays? What's
Exactly.
going on, guys?
They're growing.
And GMOs.
Yeah, there
12
are lots
years.
of things involved. The diet. Yeah.
So now you're 12
Everything
years
is a
old and
contribution.
you're already having your periods. You start dating. You're not even like there yet. And at this age, our parents, I don't know about you guys, but our parents are not even like there yet to talk to us about such issues. They feel we're too young for those issues. But then they're there, you get. And then you find yourself, this is why we have cases of defilement, cases of teenage pregnancies. It's because they're trying to be out there. They're trying to experiment. And without proper guidance from their parents because their parents feel they're too young. So I feel like age is really a factor and maturity also matters. You have to be ready for the relationship. Relationship comes with a lot of things. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's like a responsibility on its own. And you're young. Allow yourself to be a child. Play. Go pick it up. Allow yourself to play. Be a child because when the time comes, because you're only a child once. When you're grown up, you're not going back. So you're trying to be a grown-up. You're trying to do grown-up things while you're still a child. Trust me, you're going to remember those days. So I'd advise children to just be children. Let's date when we are fully there yet, when we're matured, when we're ready, and when we have enough information. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Douglas?
On my part, just like Elena said, age really matters in a relationship. In as much as we want to date once we are just teenagers, and teenagers, we do know that it starts from 13. But what is the whole purpose of you starting a relationship? Because even at the churches that we go to, they mention to say a relationship it's something that should take you into marriage. So now imagine you're 13 years old, you're not even in university yet, you haven't
In
made a
grade
life for
7.
yourself yet, and yet you want to be a relationship that's supposed to take you into marriage. How is that even adding up? So age, it really matters when it comes to relationship, especially if it's a serious relationship. Yes, when you're a university student, yes, you can date. And university students, we do know that it's someone who's 19, 20. Yes, those are age ranges where someone can engage themselves into relationship. So we have to put into consideration to say, where is this relationship taking me? What is the whole purpose of me engaging myself in a relationship? Yes.
Manga tu mamkonda che John. 10 years umkonda.
But then again, we can't run away from the fact that even as much as we stop these kids from dating,
They will date.
they will date.
Exactly.
So
and for the fact that even parents don't know about it, maybe only your schoolmates are the ones who know about it, or your classmates.
Exactly. So I feel like
So
we can maybe start it from the parents' perspective. Like, in as much as you're trying not to think of your child dating, just try to put that into consideration and try to like guide them, like
Yes,
tell them about the pros and cons. Tell them, don't do this. You can do this, but stay away from, but don't be in a closed room with a boy. You get like, just tell them about it. And I understand there are parents that are not like completely free with their children to talk about such issues. And that's why I feel like safe spaces, free spaces where girls can talk to like a bit matured people, big people, like just find yourself with a person, like you have a person that you can talk to and share information with, you get. And then they guys, you don't do this, don't do that. But otherwise, if we just say, no, let's not, these 13-year-olds shouldn't date. Trust me, those guys are going to date and they want to experiment and they want to do things. And then by the time we are realizing it, they're already pregnant and it's already late for us to do anything. So yeah, I feel like the parents should be engaged
the
as well.
parents should really be engaged. Because for me, I think my first date was when I was in grade 12. That's when I like engaged myself into a relationship. That was grade 12. And in grade 12, obviously I was of age. I was somewhere 16, 17. Yes. So that age was just okay. So even where we come from matters. Because when you live in a place or in a home where parents just don't care about what you do, obviously you engage yourself in a lot of things that your parents
Get
won't even know
attention.
about.
True.
Yeah.
So the parents should also come in the picture.
Yeah.
Are you there for your children? How are you relating with your children? Are you talking to them? Because if you don't give them time, obviously they will find someone who will give them time out
Attention.
there.
Give them
True.
attention. Joe likes
Exactly,
giving
and
girls
girls
attention.
just want attention.
True.
Yeah.
Girls just want attention. How come me, I give girls attention? Don't like me. I'm joking. Girls do like me. No. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Okay. Yeah. But now let's wrap things up on a note. Yeah. So navigating life as a young lady, of course, we've talked about defilement, we've talked about relationships, we've talked about some of the cultural norms. But now let's put everything into a nutshell. What advice would you like to give young girls out there? Because there's a lot that you young girls are going through: mental issues, depression, like toxic guys. I don't know why you like toxic guys. So nice guys like me are around, guys. I'm just saying. yeah. So all those issues, what would be your concluding remark saying, okay, this is what you're supposed to go away with as a young lady in today's society, in today's Zambia?
I'd say know yourself. Like, understand who you are, firstly, before anything. Because if you don't know who you are, the little things can drive you. Okay, me personally, I would say I don't believe in peer pressure because it's about you. No one can force you to do something. No one can tell you, unless if they carry you and say, let's go to the bar. They carry you, they drag you to the bar. But it's about you. So I feel like if you know yourself, you know how to limit certain things. Understand where you're coming from. Yes, some of us come from poor backgrounds, but then you come to university, you find this.
Innocent rich kid, poor background rich kid. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Let's not talk about it.
Let's not talk about that. Yes. So let's understand where we come from.
Okay.
Yes, and not change because university can change you easily.
True.
Yes.
Fact.
And stand on ground. Stand on ground, guys. Let's get that paper. Yeah, let's get that education. Stay focused.
Avoid toxic boys.
Avoid toxic boys.
Very good guys like me.
Good guys are there.
Yeah.
Yes, because toxic boys are draining. Some ladies even kill themselves because of toxic boys.
True.
Yes, avoid toxic boys. Stay focused. Make goals, set goals, and just guys, school. School. Let's work hard. Let's get the paper because at the end of the day, you have to get an education. And also don't neglect your parents like it's the new generation. No, let's listen to what they're saying. Because they know they've been there, they've been teenagers before. So they understand what they're talking about. So let's listen to our parents. Let's just be good people, guys.
True. Back.
Yeah.
Yo, guys.
Firstly, you need to know your background, understand where you're coming from. Then, when you understand where you're coming from, obviously you set goals over your life. You'll be a goal-oriented person. You know what you want in life.
True.
Knowing what you want and understanding how you need to go about getting what you want really matters. Because if you don't know what you want, obviously you would be moving where the air goes. That's where you move to.
True.
You would be blown like by the wind, like all the directions. It's like a tornado just going. Yes, so you need to understand where you're coming from. Then you have to be a goal-oriented person. Know what you want in life. Then these other things, when they come around you, because there are so many things that we meet out there, so many challenges, so many things, peer pressure and everything. But if you're a person who set goals for yourself, you know what you want in life. Obviously, even these little things, they won't affect you. Peer pressure will be a matter of. It won't even like entice you or anything. It will be a walk away thing because you know your goals. You've set things that you want to achieve in life, and then be focused. Focus on your goals. Focus on what you want. Then also listen to your parents. Parents, guys, they're the people who really know what's best for us. If your parents is telling you not to do this, please follow that. Don't say no. They want me to do this because in the old days that's what they used to do. No, parents really know what you want, and they always want the best for you.
True. Makuza mami osasikonka wanko John vazaka kugwira yo nepe wako ngakonga no man pasa ma sweet no guys.
Yes.
Yeah, so that has been the ZYP podcast under Odyssey Studios, a recording studio. So if you guys want to do a podcast, audio recordings, music, maybe a rapper, or maybe you want to be, like Offset, Takeoff, whatever it is that's audio related, feel free to come through to Odyssey Studios. So this has been the ZYP podcast, an educative podcast and also an entertaining podcast. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next segment with me, your pod son, Innocent Sikwiveli, signing out.